Mike Sanchez doing the the call-up closeout. This is our first one of these, just like it's been our first one of any of this podcast so far. So how you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Excited. Heard the podcast. I mean, it sounded cool to hear myself speaking. I'd never done that before, so it was pretty cool. Got to share it with some friends on social media and also with my family. Got a lot of good feedback, so it was just
That's great. Yeah, great. Awesome. Yeah. So, has anything changed since we recorded? I know we recorded a little over a month ago. Has any big changes?
No big changes. I mean, the move to Wilmington is basically happening. This past weekend, me and my family got to go out there and look at the house we're going to be renting. So that was cool. But besides that, nothing really has changed. But I do want to clarify, I will be the station commander of Wilmington Recruiting Station. I will not be the first sergeant yet, but that is my goal and something that I hope to do.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we were talking a little bit before we started recording about the reactions to the podcast. What were some of the reactions that you heard?
So like I said, some of my friends, I'm sorry, close family more than anybody. So my brother, he's like, I didn't know there was some stuff that I didn't know about your time in the Army that I heard. And I told him, there's some stuff that I don't talk about, nothing, so stuff like that. My nephew's mom also gave me some really good feedback. We have a pretty good relationship because I'm involved in his life a lot. And she's like, I can't believe it's almost going to be 20 years that you guys, or that you've been in the military, and you're about to wrap it up. So I don't know if I'm done yet at 20, but we'll see. So those are two of the most fulfilling, rewarding responses that I got.
Yeah, I got to tell you. So I've been talking to anyone I can about it, making sure everyone I know has listened to it. And they just loved hearing your story. They loved kind of hearing where you came from, where you grew up, and that you've been pretty much all over the world. It was just kind of a warm story that they loved hearing about it. Anything you feel like was left unsaid in the interview?
Not really. I mean, as far as like my career goes, I touched. I mean, actually, I told my family it's the tip of the iceberg. I didn't know that we were going to do this today, but me and you did talk about, future follow-ups and stuff like that as far as going in depth into some more stuff. But it's something I like to share my story because it is kind of unique. And I think that when people hear that part of it is when they see like, oh, I could do that too, or that could be me, or it's more, you make yourself more approachable, you make yourself more personable. So nothing that I left unsaid, but there is some stuff I like to talk about, like maybe more of my personal life in the future. The effect that my kids have had on me as a man, as a husband and a father, and my wife. The role that she's played in my career progression and kind of always been my backbone and supporting me and whatever it is that I want to do. She's always there and ready to go. So those are some things that, again, if we have time, that'd be awesome. But if not, we can stick to the Army topic too. I have a lot to say about that stuff too.
Cool. Did anything surprise you the most about doing the podcast?
I guess how like I said, there's people in my family, like my actual brother. It's like, I didn't know that you did this kind of stuff in Iraq or that you went through that in Germany and stuff like that. So I think that was, again, I talk to these people on a regular basis, weekly, sometimes multiple times a week. And they got to hear stuff that they didn't know about me, 10, 15, 20 years ago almost. So things like that were kind of like, dang, I didn't know you didn't know that, bro. But, besides that, not really.
So I know you're getting ready to transition down to Wilmington, leaving the headquarters section. That's how's that feeling? Pretty bittersweet?
It is. It's kind of, in the Army, how we say 2 days in a wake up. So Thursday's my last day at the office. I've been trying to pull back a little bit, week by week and kind of get myself prepared, but it is bittersweet. But I have some good friends up there that I know are going to be there for me whenever I need them. So build good relationships, but it's definitely going to be a change of pace. And like I said in the podcast, I'm ready, man. I'm excited. I'm hungry. Feel refreshed, recharged, and I learned a lot that I'm ready to put into play.
Nice, yeah. Did anything, any part of the conversation during the podcast stick out to you the most?
So I did get some feedback on. I had certain people that leaders in my career. They're like, I thought you were going to mention me. I thought you'd bring me up. So I felt like I was like, hey, I don't have too much time to talk about everybody, but I do want to say that just know that if you're listening to this part, if you've ever been a leader in my career, you definitely played a role, and I appreciate everybody from my first sergeant all the way to my last ops sergeant major. She knows who she is, and the ones in the future too.
Well, that's kind of like a perfect lead up because, we recorded First Sergeant Kuzno's episode, and that one's getting ready to come up next. And he definitely reached out. Yeah, he reached out to me saying he's ready for his episode to come out. You've known him for a while now. Anything you're looking forward to hearing about in his episode?
Yeah, I would like to just see like hit the beginning part of his career as far as recruiting went, because all I know him is as First Sergeant Kuzno. I know he stepped up and was the fill-in for a while, and then he took that company to the. I mean, they were killing it, and he was doing it as a frock First Sergeant, and he answered the call, the challenge, and he's done a really good job. So I want to see, just learn more about his story as far as when he was a recruiter and he was a station commander, and kind of how it led into, hey, it's your turn now, and the company is big as Fayetteville.
It's weird. He was a station commander who became a first sergeant, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy. But since I've been at the battalion, that's happened a lot in this battalion. So
yeah,
there's a lot of good leaders that, like I said, they stepped up into the role and they kept their companies afloat until I guess the real first sergeants came. But they did a good job.
Yeah, he crushed it. Yeah, took over, and no one batted an eye when they put him right into that position.
Yeah, he's done a good job, and I definitely learned a lot from him too. His leadership style is you could tell the people love him. Like the people in that company, I think will go to the end of the world for that guy.
Absolutely,
the way he takes care of them, and it's something that I take from. I want to build that type of relationship with my station, and then in the future, a company also.
All right. Well, I appreciate you. I know this was kind of caught you off guard here. Do you have anything to say before? Yeah, anything to say before we let you go? I appreciate just your time.
No, it's good. Good follow up. I mean, you did what a recruiter would do. You followed up a couple of days later. You didn't wait too long. But no, I appreciate you putting me out there, allowing my family and some of my friends hear my story more. It's a cool experience. Like I said, I mean, I wish you nothing but the best in this podcast world that you're about to go into, and I think you're on the right track. Thank you.
Yep, and we'll get this out, and like I said, we'll get you back on, and especially when you're down there running that Wilmington station.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll be ready.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and we look forward to hearing more from you.
All right. Thank you. The pleasure is all mine.
Thank you. I just want to give a huge thank you to the people who supported this podcast early on. Thank you to Tori Van Dunk, William Hand, Mahalia Maynard, Rachel Binsky, Emily Wiesman, Matthew Hand, Vicki Anna Perkins, Scrabble Scantlin, Mike Schilling, Nick Sobiak, and Mark Lockwell. Your support helped get this thing off the ground. I genuinely appreciate all you believe in this project from the beginning. And if you requested a signed headshot, those are coming out shortly. Thank you all again. I'm Jay, and we'll see you next time.